What on earth will it take? Be a part of the conversation. Be a part of the solution.
Okay, welcome back. That's the Thrive movie, which is going to be on at the Alternative Thinking Bookstore next Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Ryan Coyle joining us here right now, Condo Store Realty. And Ryan, great to have you here.
That's
and
correct.
And you and Stu both
Yes, the name would imply condo realty.
condos
Yeah.
in common, and
Yeah.
all three of us have had our real estate licenses.
Oh, no kidding?
That's
Yeah.
right.
We have a lot more in common than expected.
Yeah. Can we turn that room volume down a bit? I feel like I'm
In a,
about to, I don't know.
I feel like I'm in a culvert.
Yeah, culvert.
Yeah. Thanks, Momar. Anyways, yeah. So the condo market. How long have you been a broker now, Ryan?
I've been a broker now for just over 7 years. I've actually been a realtor for just over 7 years.
Yeah.
I've been a broker now, registered broker for about 4 years.
For about 4 years.
I've been investing in Toronto real estate for about 11 years now, since the age of 19.
Yeah, it's a good market to invest in.
It's
in
an
Canada.
exciting time to be a real estate investor in Toronto, absolutely,
Yeah,
and abroad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
but in Canada specifically,
Specifically
we live in
Canada.
this bubble here that nobody else has enjoyed as
yeah.
much as we have. And I'm going back to the early '90s.
I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
refer to it as a bubble. That can,
No,
that
no,
can
you
scare,
know,
that
you're
can
right.
scare some people
yeah, it
away.
because everybody comes talking about.
You
when's
don't
the
really
bubble gonna
realize
burst?
it's a bubble until it's too late.
Right. I just meant a bubble in the fact that
I
every other
understand.
city
Gotcha.
in Canada.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're right.
Not that kind of bubble.
It's not. It's that right.
It's a different kind
It's
of
a
bubble.
different kind of bubble.
But it is, what is it? Is it the hottest condo market in North America?
People, it depends which report you read, but some interesting reports over the last few months. Forbes magazine just rated Canada the #1 country in the world to do business. Canada is a commodity-rich country with
Absolutely.
second largest oil reserve in the world,
Mm-hmm.
largest potash reserve in the world, huge timber industry.
Water,
So-
timber, everything. We got it.
So we've got all that, and which report was it? It was PwC recently rated Canada the Toronto the second best city in the world to do business as well. So
What was the best? Do you remember?
New York City.
Yeah,
New York
it's gonna be
City.
New York City's been up there for a long
It's
time.
numbers
Yeah.
alone, though. You know.
But their
I mean,
condo market is not as hot as ours.
They're second to ours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the most amount of cranes, again,
Yeah.
it depends whose article you read. Apparently,
Yeah.
Toronto has the most cranes in
It
the world,
does.
I know.
and New York City second, and Mexico City third.
Isn't that
Oh,
insane?
really?
Yeah.
Because I look at some of these cranes, and I've heard that
Right.
we got a lot of cranes, and I'm thinking, where are they getting these cranes?
Oh,
Some
lot-
of these cranes are looking a little.
Well,
A little-
there aren't enough cranes in
Yeah.
Toronto. They bring them in from Quebec. They're
I know
bringing
they're
them in
pulling them up
from-
out of the closet.
It's
We haven't
crazy.
used this crane in 20 years, but we're sending it to Toronto.
But you could swing a cat and hit a crane in this city. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Now, a lot of people would see that as somewhat of a bad thing, that they're just taking up too much green space. What's your idea
I
on
hear that more than anything.
Right.
People are concerned. They see all these cranes. They think that means that we're going to have an oversupply and a bubble is going
Right.
to pop.
Yeah, right.
Interesting key points in defense of that bubble theory. Toronto used to be a very strong low-rise development city, the GTA. We used to, about 10 years ago, past decade, we used to average about 28,000 low-rise homes a year.
Yep.
What does that mean? Single.
Single-family
Units.
dwellings, semi-detached, detached, townhomes. That's now decreased to about 15,000. So it's down actually 57%. Went from 35,000 to 15,000 over the last 10
Is
years.
that Toronto proper?
GTA.
Yeah.
Which really stops at Steeles, right?
No, I think it
Or-
even
You
goes
can go
north
into
of
Markham,
Steel.
you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
go
No,
into-
I mean, I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to get the definition of what we're calling
GTA.
Toronto.
So I think you're even going into Markham, Vaughan. You know, you have Brampton,
Okay.
Mississauga. So
right.
there's a huge shift from
Right.
low rise to high rise. So I mean, condo starts are through the roof right now. But I mean, the decrease in low rise is gone to an increase in high rise.
Well, I mean, and I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but to me, it's like if you're going to buy an affordable dwelling, right? Either
Yeah.
you're going to buy a house out in Oshawa or Barrie or Hamilton, or you're going to live downtown in a condo
Right.
where you've got the whole city at your disposal,
Right.
right? And all
Yeah.
that commuting is just, I mean, not to mention the gas prices
Yeah.
and just the time you're spending every day, just, you know, for a lot of lifestyles, it just makes sense that you want to live downtown.
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
and the
commutes,
demographics for elderly people too. Like
Yeah.
a lot of, like I see a lot of, you know, what I would call, you know, first timers And then you've got a lot of investors, of course, in this city. Most of the buildings I
Absolutely.
inspect are at least
Yeah.
40% investors. But I have a lot of retirees that, don't want to own a home anymore, don't want to shovel the walks, don't want to mow the lawns, don't want to do any lawn care, take care of it. I just want a nice place that I can drive to and
Yeah.
be carefree.
It's a huge lifestyle shift,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Young professionals want to be closer to work.
Downtown.
Commutes are getting longer. Amenities for the elderly, like you
Yeah.
said.
Well, the
a
amenities
lot of
in
factors.
condos now are unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
From bowling lanes to movie theaters
Yeah.
to
Bowling lanes.
Yeah, yeah. There's
5 pin or 10?
it's
Oh yeah,
it's a
they've
5
got.
pin, but yeah. You have a kid come back and give you your ball. No, but
Saves
the
money.
amenities. Which the sad thing is, again, 70% of people in high rise don't even use their own amenities, but they're there for you.
Right.
There's an
I
old
know.
saying in real estate: you need a pool to sell the building, and nobody's going to use the pool.
I think it's important now, though, because I am seeing a huge shift from young families now moving to condos.
Right.
And although a lot of my clients and current clients and old clients don't use the amenities, I think they're going to be important in the future. Because again, those gas prices, the
That's
urban
true.
sprawl, a lot of
True.
people are coming back central, and those are going to be important amenities in the future.
Especially if there are a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So like when I'm showing condos and stuff, I tell them, listen, there's nobody here during the week, but on the weekend it's a Motel 8. When people with their friends and everything show up with kids, you get tons of use out of it. The rest of the time you can hear the crickets chirping and there's nobody using these.
So that'd be
Absolutely.
nice. I mean, that's nice.
It
if you
is,
want to use the pool
absolutely.
and you don't want a big crowd, it's
Right.
great.
It's there and it's
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so Ryan, is this your business, the condo store, or
It isn't. I'm actually new to the condo store. I was with previously with Remax Unique in Yorkville, and I've recently just moved to condo store about 2 months ago. Majority of my business is working with investors and doing condos, and the condo store allows good access to inventory before the public, to the VIP sales, which
Yeah.
are becoming very, very popular amongst realtors and investors. And so yeah,
Are
it's
you
opened up.
concentrating strictly on high rise?
No, I do still do a lot of homes.
Right.
I concentrate strictly on downtown Toronto,
Right.
the market I know,
Which-
live,
yeah.
and love.
Yeah.
But majority of my business is with investors of either high-rise, low-rise, townhomes, semis, flips, and so it helps. So I say 90% of my business is condo development, pre-build.
so? So what's the concept? Is it do you have an actual store, and do you just show all your inventory there that people can just go through like a catalog almost and look and see what's available, or does
What
it work?
usually happens is I'll receive an invite from the developer inviting me to a VIP broker sales event. They'll offer the VIP brokers, which are a selective few, incentives, price incentives, assignment clauses allowing people to flip the unit before they actually take out the mortgage, developer levies that are capped, and that allows us to invite our clients before the general public and before much more of the other realtors. So that once I get an invite, I send that onto my database, and I say, this project's coming up. I do my due diligence. This is what's happening in the area. Are you interested? And if so, there's the specific date. We go in there and sign some paperwork.
That's great. And so, what percentage of the condo buyers would you say are in the investor class?
No one knows a true figure. I mean, I read 60. I've read 40 to 60%. I'm very active with investors, and I'm saying probably about 80 to 90%.
And they're not having any trouble, having the units occupied once they invest. I'm just trying to.
Toronto's interesting from that point. Toronto has a vacancy rate of 1.6%, downtown Toronto.
Which is
that means
low.
every 1,000 condo units,
Yeah.
there's 16 vacant units at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And I'm quite confident those units are probably the older buildings that don't have the amenities and
Right.
are very outdated. So vacancies aren't a huge issue. They tend to get rented, and they tend to flip to end users. So a lot of these investors aren't renting, they're assigning, they're flipping the units to end users who essentially buy it and live in it.
That sounds to me like a strong message for anybody out there considering getting into condo ownership, that they should, sign up for one of these new developments, because
It's a good idea.
why are they paying that flip capital gain to the investor?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What are some of the most, it's true, when you go around downtown Toronto, there's building everywhere.
You see lineups down on pretty much every
hear the
every
yeah, you
construction
can
right
hear it.
next
It's right
door?
across the
Right.
street.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right. Yeah.
But What are some of the most exciting developments that you're aware of right now downtown?
There's a great development called Ivory Condominiums. Just finished the VIP sales event. Their actual incentives for the VIP brokers and buyers have spilled over to the general public, so it's a great opportunity. It's located at Sherbourne and Adelaide, and prices there. I've got a little list here.
Sherbourne and Adelaide. Yeah, I'm just trying to picture it.
Well, you have George Brown College.
Right.
You have the West Donlands Initiative.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of
all that stuff
developing going on in the Regent Park revitalization.
and that looks like Regent Park is like amazing. The
it's blowing up.
transformation that's happening there.
Yeah, it's a
about
new
time.
place.
And that whatever that blue edge thing is like, even though I'm happy where I live, I want to move there.
That's the largest residential development in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. 35,000 units coming over the next 20 years. So.
And they haven't even started the waterfront project yet.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ivory condominiums. I mean, average price per square foot in that area is probably about $525, $550.
Yeah, that's the
They're
number.
coming in pre-market price of pre-build at around $475 a square foot.
Wow, that's
which
great.
is remarkable.
That's amazing.
Yeah, one bedroom starting at $289, 1+1 starting at $299, and 2 bedrooms starting at $396. And they're including lockers in that price. Capped levies, assignment fees are waived.
Well, that 475 is pretty amazing. I mean,
incredible.
you can just basically say in the GTA it's about 500 to 550 plus whatever.
Easy, yeah.
That's an average.
Yeah.
So to come in at 475, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, the developers, Plaza Corp, they've
Yeah.
done a lot of work. They've
Yeah.
been in the business for a long time. They've land banked, so they have spots, new sites coming up, and they've paid lower prices than today's market value for land, so they're able to charge less per square foot than the other developers.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now, so if people want to start to do some business, or thinking about buying a condo, or want to get in touch, like, do they come to do you have a location where they come, or do they just give you a call, or how does
Yeah,
that
it's
work?
best to give me a call, look me up, email me. My website is www.ryancoyle.com, Coyle. It's my first and last name. Or feel free to email me anytime, ryan@ryancoyle.com. And direct phone at 416-904-0664.
Okay, great, Ryan.
I do most of my business online. A lot of my clients I meet online. I do have a storefront where we can meet and discuss opportunities.
Or you could just meet at the unit, so you
Or
can
we
go
can
look
meet
at it.
at the lineup at the VIP cell and get a free
People ask
lunch.
me where my office is. I go, in my car. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that type of business. you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
If you're interested in something, let's meet down there.
Yeah,
and,
for
you know.
sure.
Yeah.
Now, Ryan, also, I know you're maybe thinking about doing a show here, like a condo show.
Yeah.
I mean, just curious, do you have any concrete, specific ideas about what kind of what that show would look like?
I think I'd like to get in here and talk about new developments before they actually come to market. I'd like to let people know what's coming, give them an idea of what's available, and hopefully get them into the market, because right now I think it's a good time to invest. And
why not get in? I know a lot of
Yeah.
times people, whether they're young people or young professionals or whatever, and they're living somewhere, they're paying rent, and they're thinking, I just don't know about getting into. They don't know. Maybe they're just not thinking about it, right? But I mean, home ownership it changes your life.
Well, you know what, and Ryan touched on it earlier, like you get those advance notices, and a lot of purchasers do get upset that, within the first day, you get the invite and a lot of the good stuff's gone by the time it comes to the public market. So are you looking as yourself for a show to kind of beat them to the punch a little bit and say, okay, listen, I still want my advanced invite, but I've got a lot of new clients that know about your property and
yeah, well,
like to get in the
essentially, I mean, similar to what you're saying, a lot of people do get frustrated, general public, because they're the last people to have choice at units. Prices have gone up. They don't have the same incentives. So I want to give people that opportunity, give them information about the project, get in touch with me. You'll be included on my VIP buyer list, and we'll go in there with you on day one and get you the best units available.
That's awesome.
That's a
you
great
can
idea.
leverage your connections for everybody
absolutely.
that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
That's really great. Okay, Ryan. Well, we look forward to the show, and thanks for coming in today and telling us about this. And
Thanks for
almost
having me.
makes me want to buy a condo.
Yeah, well, here's my card.
I'll inspect it for you.
It's all taken care of. Another ThatChannel miracle. Okay, ryancoyle.com is the website. Check it out. We're going to take a little break now, Stu, and come back with Darlene Madot. Maydot, Madot.
We'll figure that out.
figure
She'll
it out.
tell us when she gets on.
Right after this. Yes, we'll take questions. We'll be right back. ThatChannel.com.
Wish I knew just what I got. I can't concentrate and I'm running a little hot. The slightest thing can tip me into a rage. Feel like a cat in a cage. Gypsy woman, she says I'm out.